something else that we have to understand is the grip for defending yourself this way is largely the same as a throwing grip. Real quick, my grip for throwing my thumb does not wrap around the handle. My thumb rests right on top of the handle. So just by changing my thumb position, now I'm in a throwing grip. Okay? I could just as easily let this thing go. And the reason why I am in a throwing grip is because when I throw, I bring so much power, right? I step forward, I line up my entire body behind this line. My whole body, one line, okay? The reason why I have my thumb on top is when my body is in whole line, one line, the back of this axe will literally just rotate right out of my hand. I don't have to let go. I don't have to do this. It will fly out on its own. Okay? As long as I have enough power behind it, and as long as I'm in one line. Right? And I have to do this carefully because I have little squealings, but as long as I do this in one line, okay? Note how I don't step forward with my left and throw with my right, okay? I don't do that. I know some people do, but because they move off body, they're moving their body from here and trying to throw there. If they move from here and try to throw there, there's already instinctively an angle, okay? There's a crisscross motion. Because I'm trying to throw my arm this way and stepping forward this way. Doesn't work. Or at least it doesn't work for me. And it's certainly not the easiest way to learn. Easiest way to learn, if I'm right-handed, I'm going to be throwing from my right hand. And if I'm going to be throwing from the right hand, I move my right foot, okay? Move my right foot forward, bring the hand up, okay? So I bring the hand up, and as I get ready to throw, I bring my right foot forward, and I bring my right hand down, okay? When I have enough power behind this thing for it to actually fly, it'll just rotate right out of my hand. And because I'm in a straight line, my axe will fly straight. And because it flies straight, then the only thing I have to worry about, it's not going to go left or right. Because there's nothing acting on it to cause it to go left or right. Unless you count in wind. And at short distances, say 10 feet, there isn't going to be enough wind on this planet, unless maybe you're in a tornado or a hurricane, to make this thing go offside. Okay? So it's not going to do that. Alright? So, okay? The other thing that you have to understand is when you're throwing, distance. If I'm able to bring my entire body into line and my axe is flying straight, then my only variable on how it's going to stick into that tree or that object, whether it be breathing or not, is distance. That's the only variable. Rotation, distance. Okay? Axe throwing can only be done by rotation. It's not like knife throwing. Knife throwing you can either do by rotation, or you can do by no rotation, or quarter spin, or no spin. Okay? No spin is what I prefer to use, just simply because it's easier and I don't have to calculate distance with a knife. With an axe, I do have to calculate distance. I have to be thinking about that because this thing is going to rotate in flight. And because it's rotating in flight, I have to know my exact distance for me to throw this, for this thing to strike correctly and to stick. Okay? The easiest way to do that is go to your target, and I'll show this later, is to go to your target, that you're practicing on, usually a tree, take 3 steps, turn, and throw. And depending on how that axe sticks in the tree, that'll tell you how far you need to be, whether or not you need to be closer or you need to be further away. That's something that's really important. Also, every 10 feet is 1 rotation. Okay, so if I'm throwing 20 feet away, it'll be 2 rotations. Okay, so with an axe throwing, I'm limited to distance. I can only throw at specific distances from me. I can only throw at 10 feet, at 20 feet, at 30 feet, okay, at 40 feet. If I could get it that far, okay. That's something to be aware of. Quite honestly, if they're less than 10 feet from me, I'm probably not going to be throwing the axe. Quite honestly, if I am throwing the axe, it'll be a really short throw, and it'll be just basically so I hit them with the steel head, and that's all I'm worried about. So.
I appreciate your comments, I appreciate your views, I appreciate your time. Defend your homes wisely.